High in the Eastern Himalayas, where the clouds brush ancient mountain paths and prayer flags dance in the wind, lies a forgotten road, once part of the fabled Silk Route. This is a journey to Zuluk and Nathang Valley in Sikkim, where India meets Tibet and time moves at the pace of the mountains. Segment 1. Setting the stage. The ancient Silk Route. Centuries ago, the Silk Route wasn't just a road. It was a lifeline connecting India with Tibet and beyond. Traders, pilgrims, monks, and armies traversed these high-altitude trails, carrying not just goods like silk, salt, and spices, but also stories, ideas, and cultures. The Indian segment of this ancient trade route cuts through the rugged mountains of Sikkim, winding its way from the Teesta River Valley up to the Chinese border. Our journey takes us through one of the most dramatic and lesser-known sections, Zuluk and Nathang Valley. Segment 2. Journey begins. Reaching the Eastern Himalayas. Our adventure begins from Gangtok, the capital of Sikkim. From here, we take the old Silk Route, moving east toward the Indo-China border. The journey isn't easy. The roads are narrow, the altitude climbs quickly, and weather is unpredictable. As we drive uphill, pine forests begin to thin out, replaced by barren ridges and high-altitude meadows. This is where the true Himalayan character reveals itself. Segment 3. Zuluk, the Spirals of Time. Perched at an altitude of nearly 10,000 feet, Zuluk is a small village with a big story. Once a transit point for traders heading to Tibet, today it's home to Indian Army outposts, shepherd families, and high-altitude flora. The most iconic site here? The Zuluk Loops, 32 sharp hairpin bends, one after the other, etched into the mountainside. From Thambi Viewpoint, we watch the sunrise light up the Eastern Himalayas. On clear days, the snow-capped Kanchenjunga gleams on the horizon. Segment 4. Legacy of the route. People, army, and nature. Life here is harsh. Winters bring heavy snow, cutting off villages for weeks. But people endure, resilient and deeply connected to the land. The Indian Army plays a crucial role, not just in defense, but also in maintaining roads, aiding villagers, and facilitating travel in this sensitive region. Nature here is untouched. Rhododendron blooms paint the slopes in summer, and in the forest nearby, red pandas and blood pheasants find refuge. Segment 5. Nathang Valley, the hidden Shangri-La. Further ahead lies Nathang Valley, also called Nathang. At 13,500 feet, this wind-swept plateau was once a Tibetan yak herder's settlement. Today, it is one of the highest inhabited places in India. Mist hangs low, and the wind howls across the valley floor. Prayer flags flutter, sending silent prayers across the border. The silence here is almost sacred. It's not just about altitude, it's about attitude. The Thang is a place to feel small, to reflect, to disconnect. Segment 6. Spirituality and sacred sites. Buddhism, brought by monks who once traveled this route, still shapes life here. Monasteries, both ancient and modest, got the landscape. Inside, the air smells of incense and echoes with chants. Each prayer flag and stupa holds stories of resilience, remembrance, and reverence. Segment 7. Borders and memories of war. The proximity to the Indo-China border lends a tense stillness to the air. This route once saw clashes, especially during the 1962 war. Memorials like the Baba Harbhajan Singh Mandir honor soldiers who lived and died defending this remote frontier. The Silk Route may now be silent, but its scars and memories remain etched in the hills. Segment 8. Photography, stargazing, and isolation. For travelers, this is paradise. The air is thin, the night's freezing, but the views, otherworldly. Photographers flock here for sunrise over Kanchenjunga and night skies blanketed with stars. The isolation is total. No mobile signal, no distractions, just you, the mountains, and the whisper of the wind. Closing segment. The soul of the Silk Route. Zuluk and Nathang aren't just places. They are echoes of a time when borders were paths, when trade was trust, and journeys were sacred. As the world modernizes, these forgotten corners remind us that there's value in slowness and silence and in stories whispered by mountains. Where India meets Tibet, the Silk Route still lives, not in trade, but in spirit.